Hey guys, thank you for checking out Bucked Up. Just before we start, I would love if you'd hit the subscribe button, like, share the video. We have new episodes coming out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And starting in the new year, check out Wrapped Up exclusively on Vivo. This episode is sponsored by Exotic Roots Hydro, which I have to give a huge shout out to. They are a huge supporter of the podcast, and I'm really happy to be working with them. If you're ever in Rochester, New York, and you need to learn about any of your hydroponic needs, go to their shop. You can follow them at Exotic Roots Hydro on Instagram. Shout out their whole team. They have an amazing venue space. They're going to be putting on tons of events. Just make sure to follow Exotic Roots Hydro on Instagram. And if you're ever in Rochester, definitely stop by. Let's get back into it.
It was at this moment that he knew.
He bucked up.
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you have fucked up.
Are you releasing like a freestyle? Was it like every day or every couple days?
I try to do it every couple days.
Yeah.
Every couple days I try and drop one. Like for this year, I'm trying to do like 2 a week.
That's crazy.
At least 3
That's
maybe.
How you came up. You did 140 straight weeks of new freestyles.
140 straight weeks.
Yeah. But it kind of was like, I don't know. It kind of just like.
How old were you when you did the 140?
I started. Well, you know what? Before
Save it.
Oh, we on?
Yeah, no, we'll start. We'll start now.
Might as well, because you're going to talk about it again, I'm sure. Right?
No, we'll start right now.
All
This
right.
is, yeah.
All right. So yeah, I mean, look, before that even, I was a part of this thing called Cypher Circuit. It was a really underground thing, but it was like, you know, it was this Instagram page, and they would post like an old school hip hop beat, or one of their producers would make a beat, and everybody from the community would like drop 16-bar verses over it every week, and the top 10 submissions would be like played on a podcast, and then they would do ciphers and stuff. So it was dope, but they stopped doing it. And when they stopped doing it, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to continue it. So in theory, it's probably like I've done a lot more than that. But like I started documenting it for like 140 weeks. COVID hit, you know, inspiration. People made it like, you know, inspiration was going to be crazy during COVID. But me personally, I was like, you know, I couldn't get it from anywhere. My grandfather passed. And it was like I just wasn't getting it. I needed some time off, you know. But I'm back, and I've been really doing it. And I want to just do 2-3 verses a week now.
Yeah.
Just to keep everybody engaged, because honestly, just staying consistent is like the best possible thing you can do.
Yeah, doing all those. So how old were you when you were doing those? You said like 13?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, like 12, 13 I started doing them.
Damn.
I mean, there was nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Schoolwork and that was my thing.
Was your dad the one who showed you rap? Did you find it on your own? Like,
Nah, he used to play it in the car, but it wasn't just rap. Like, he would play rock, he would play soul, he would play R&B, and then he would play rap. But like, one day he was just playing rap in the car, and I was like, there was just one song, I was just like, yo, I love this. And he'd have MTV running, and it's like, I guess around like 2010. So like Eminem just dropped Recovery, Lil Wayne just dropped Carter 3, Carter 4.
Yeah.
You know, Jay-Z, Blueprint 3, Kanye West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Drake was just coming out. So it was like a great time to get into hip-hop. And then he would also play Run DMC in the car, Biggie, you know, Nas. And then once I was old enough to like get a Spotify account, I would just go on the artist radios of like the ones I already knew, get a bunch of songs from that radio, go into their artist radio, and by the time that I was done with like my 6th grade, 7th grade year, I knew every single artist in like the 90s hip hop. You know, so
Yeah.
I was just I studied the game a lot, and I mean it shows, but that's really how I got deep into hip hop. But he laid the foundation.
yeah, but then you were putting it out, like putting yourself out there at a young age. Like,
Yeah.
that's like, I don't know, like when I wanted to do stand up when I was 16 so bad. Like, that was my dream. Like, it was, but I couldn't do it because I was too scared to put myself out there for like until I was 21. And that's when I started, and I'm 24 now. But like, what made you just didn't care? You were like,
No,
I'm gonna do
listen,
it.
I there was like a talent show, like, you know, schools do talent shows and stuff, and like, I don't know, so many people were nervous, and I like went up there and I did whatever I had practiced, and I got off stage, and my whole family was like, oh, are you happy? And I was like, no, I'm sad. And like, why? Because now it's over. You know, I'm not on the stage anymore. I'm not
Yeah.
practicing for it anymore. And like that was the moment I knew, like I wanted music to be my thing. So any show I could have done, any rap I could have posted, anything I could have done to possibly get myself out there. I love it. I live for it still to this day. Like now even more so now that I do like bigger venues and actually
Yeah.
have a fan base. You know, it's just like the performing is probably one of the things I love most, which is also why I was so uninspired during COVID, because it was like can't go out there and perform. Going live on Instagram is not the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, that's where a lot of it came from too.
When did you start getting like the following? How old were you?
I mean, I guess 13, 14, Michael Rappaport put me on his Instagram. He had 1 million followers at the time, and then Lord Finesse reposted it. Vinny Paz reposted it. You know,
Yeah.
so many guys followed me from it. Mortal Technique followed me. Shout out my man. Fat Joe saw it. You know, and then Static Selector. All these guys just got really into it, and it was one day where I went from like 5,000 followers to like 22K in under 24 hours. And imagine like how this is happening while I'm at a lunch table full of people that
Yeah.
was hating on me my entire time in middle school. So I'm on a table screaming like, fuck everybody. Like,
Yeah.
Don't come talk to me no more. I'm graduating. I'm never seeing you again. But that's really when it started happening. And then, you know, just through staying consistent, people caught on. World Star put me up. You know, I just did a lot of that where any opportunity I could have to spread my name, I spread it, and then
Yeah.
I got to where I am right
You
now.
kept pushing.
Yeah, I kept
You get
pushing.
tired of the grind? That's a long time.
For a little while, I had to be a kid.
Yeah.
You know, there was just friend stuff going on, girl stuff going on, and I had to be a teenager for a little while. Not that I stopped grinding, but I guess it went back a little. Plus, my album was coming out, and I had a bunch of ciphers and like freestyles and a rap battle that I did, and I was like, I'll just put that out, you know. But
Yeah.
now, like in this new year, like I'm not coming to play around. Like I'm back and really just uploading like crazy.
Yeah, but no one should ever like fault you for that.
No,
Because
nobody does fault me.
No, I
If
know,
if
but,
anything, I fault myself, and everybody's like, "Yo, you're
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
What are you faulting yourself for?" I'm like, "Cause."
But you're also very like even keeled. Like it doesn't seem like the way you talk about it does seem like you've thought about it deeply in a way where you're not gonna let it, mess
Yeah.
you up.
No, definitely not. Definitely.
You got to take that time off.
Yeah, I did.
You gotta do the Dave Chappelle break.
Yeah. No.
I didn't even realize. I just like I had knew you from your freestyles. Like I even thought you were older. Like I didn't realize you were 17.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm just. I guess like I'm an old soul kinda like, and I'm
Yeah.
very mature for my age. You know, a lot of these people around me, like I don't relate to them exactly because they're just on a different playing field than I
Yeah.
am. You know, I'm more comfortable in a room of adults talking about whatever than I am at a high school lunch table because it's like I feel like, you know, every birthday.
Yeah, you're
every birthday. Oh, how does it feel to turn this age? And I'm like, I've been this age for 5 years.
Yeah.
You know?
You're still in high school?
Yeah, I'm graduating this year.
Well, congratulations on
Thank you.
that. That is crazy then, because you have to deal with like the kind of.
Yeah.
You do have to deal with the like. The craziness in your head, like not letting it get to you, but also just being able to keep pushing and just
Yeah.
like figure out after school what you're gonna do and everything.
It's crazy because it's like I'm actually going on Shave 45 next week with my man The Truth and my man Bobby J from Rockaway, two
Oh, that's
dope
dope.
rappers. Yeah, we're going up. We have 2 ciphers that we're doing on there for infamous Amadeus Hour, and like they laid because you can't go into Shade anymore now because of COVID. Like the studio shut down, so you got to pre-record it and then send it in, and they'll play it. So they did their verses, and it's funny. Like Bobby writes, he goes, "Yo, Lil Dee, when you coming to kill us?" And Truth writes, "He's coming to the studio after school." and then he goes, "You don't understand how much that just hurt my soul." But I mean, that's how it is, you know.
Yeah. Have you always like was freestyling like of course you have to like prepare, but was freestyling like your thing, like the performing, you said the live, like
Yeah, it was just I just loved rapping. I loved writing. I loved rapping. performing it, everything about it just was, it was for me, you know. It's me. That's what I'm about. And
Yeah.
it's like, I was never good at sports when I was younger. You know, I never had a team, a baseball team. Like, you see these people and they oh, we were all on the little league team together. I was never one of those
Yeah.
people. And
But
I
that's-
always just wanted to like have a lane to fit in. And when I discovered music, it was like, this is where I'm meant to be.
Yeah, I think that's how I felt when I was younger. It's like, oh, I don't really relate to anyone except for the older people. But then when you start creating, you can kind of put that energy into that.
Yeah.
And it might be, I don't know, I don't even want to say a lonelier thing because it's not, because then you get to meet more creative other people, but you don't realize that there's other lanes. No one tells you that there's like other lanes and that everything you want to do, other people have done, and there's paths to that. Like it's never like,
It's just
I don't even know what to do next because there's always something. There's always another door.
the rap industry right now is pissing me off a lot. Like it
Mm-hmm.
angers me a lot because it's like every single person. What's hot now? Every single thing is the same. Like it's all the same exact thing. And don't get me wrong. Like I'll listen to stuff at like parties and stuff, but it's like it's not hip hop to me. It's not rap. It's not what it's about. For me, it was always about like, all right. Like even if you watch like the new Wu-Tang documentary, right? You have Wu-Tang who they would compete off of each other and they would come in, right? And you got Raekwon writing verses on the back of cereal boxes and they're all trying to top each other. Ghostface comes in, does a verse, everybody's bugging out. The people that lived in their neighborhood trying to rival them, trying to copy off their sound, and everybody wanted to be a dope rapper. Everybody wanted to, like, anybody who wanted to rap wanted to have the best bars, best punchlines, best metaphors, best storytelling ability. What made hip hop so great in the 90s is, yeah, you had the money cash hose type rap, but at the same time you had songs like Dear Mama, you know, you had a Dance with the Devil and Suicidal Thoughts and If I Ruled the World and just a lot of stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, we still have that today, but that stuff isn't mainstreamed at this point.
Yeah, but I do think, like, before we were talking, it's funny that Rome Streets was just in the studio, but, like, that is what Griselda is, and I think I would love for you to, like, do a deeper dive into it maybe, and I would love to hear what you think, because that is what they do. Like, they're signing new artists that are crazy, like Rome just signed to them, this dude Jay Worthy, Stove God Cooks.
I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, and they're insane, and they're trying to like outdo each other's projects, and that's why I like
that's
it.
great, and I'm glad about that. And another thing is great is the fame that Nems has been getting recently.
Oh, he's
because I mean, before I even go into that, me and Nems, I've known Nems since I was 10 years old. Before I had an Instagram page, before I was even on YouTube. I was just messing around, writing raps, and I saw him on Mermaid Avenue one day in Coney Island, and I was buying a hat from him because he has his merch, and like no matter how famous he gets, like he's real. Like he'll always be over there, and sell stuff to people, whatever. So I bought a snapback from him, and I was like, "Yo, Nems, let me spit a rap for you." And at first, you know, like some 10-year-old kid coming, like, okay, go ahead, right?
Yeah.
And then I came and I did that rap for him, and he stopped the entire Mermaid Avenue, made people get out of their cars. Get the fuck out of your car. Listen to this fucking kid. Crazy, bugging out. And then he put me on my first, like, 3 shows and, you know, introduced me to a lot of guys. And if I didn't run into Static Selector in the street, he would have been the reason why I was on radio for the first time. He was the first person to ever believe in me. And a lot of people think, like, what's going on with him right now happened overnight. But Nems has been rapping and grinding for the longest time. Like if you dive deep into it, how long he's been at it, like this wasn't overnight. Like he really worked for what he has right now, and I couldn't be happier. But he's boom bap and he's doing it differently, and I think the fact that Hot 97 and these radio stations that usually just promote all of this stuff that sounds the same, as I said, like I think it's gonna open up a lane with him and the Benny the Butchers, and like you know, you still got people praising J. Cole and Kendrick, waiting for Kendrick's new album, Joyner Lucas. Like these guys will open up a wider lane for real hip hop again. I think that's great, but right now it just frustrates me because it's like the real stuff doesn't get love. Like, I feel like if Mobb Deep came out today, they would be performing at some underground showcase, and Shook Ones would have never gone viral. And as sad as that is, like, I'd be listening to it because I listen to all underground hip hop. But if you go to just people who don't have any knowledge of hip hop at all, or just listen to what's hot, who's that?
Yeah.
These people don't even know who LL Cool J is. Can you imagine? Like, I was in shock the other day. Like, some kid comes in with like a Supreme LL Cool J t-shirt. I'm like, oh, you like LL? I was like, huh? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean, bro? You're wearing him on your shirt, and like nobody knows, and it drives me crazy.
But no one in your like, I know that one kid, but like, give it like 2 years. Are you going to college?
Yeah, I actually just got accepted to the Rock Nation program at LIU.
Oh,
Jay-Z just opened it up. It's great.
Congratulations, man!
Thank
For
you.
real, like, I would take your hand for that.
Yeah, look, it's perfect because I've been producing a little bit lately, and I'm good at it. But at the same time, I have a great ear for it. I know what the sound is supposed to be. I have those visions in my head, but at the end of the day, I need more knowledge of the program. And the first two semesters at the college, they teach you how to play drums and they teach you how to play piano. It's crazy. Oh, Ninth Wonder teaches there.
Really?
Ninth Wonder teaches a class. Yeah, can you believe that? So that's the perfect place for me.
That is insane.
So that's gonna
Shout
be
out
dope.
Ninth Wonder. His
Yeah.
new album with the Mussolini just dropped. It's really
Legendary,
dope.
legendary.
Yeah.
His album with Black Thought's still on repeat to
yeah.
this day.
But see, you're about to be with people who,
Yeah.
like, you might feel alone now, but like, I don't think you will later, because that's kind of how I felt. Like, I really did feel alone, and then I found comedy, and then I kind of felt alone in comedy, I'm gonna be honest, because of my love for rap. And when I started this podcast, I met people like 1,000 Words or
Yeah.
New Vegas who have introduced me to Nems, who's such a good dude. And then like, you
Yeah.
realize that the community, I don't know, like, maybe, do you want like mainstream big time fame?
Yeah, I mean, everybody does.
Yeah.
Of course, I would love that, but I would rather, even if it wasn't me to be the one, I would just want real rap to come back. That's my main thing. I mean, I would, of course, I'd love to be mainstream. Like, that's my goal. But,
Yeah.
I mean, worst case scenario for me is being a rapper that is not mainstream but gets to tour the world and do shows and have a fan base and collab with some of my favorite artists and meet some of my favorite artists. And that, for me, is perfectly fine. And that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So there's only room for improvement.
Right.
I don't see why. I mean, you're going to think I'm crazy. My aunt, and I don't believe in stuff like this. I really never believe in stuff like this. But my aunt and her friends were at one of her friends' house, and like this psychic medium, right? Yeah, she came through, and she was like telling everybody stuff, and everybody was bugging out. And she goes up to my aunt. She goes, is someone in your family making like an alternative type of music, like a hip hop? And she was like, yes. She goes, I see a star. That's crazy. Like, there's no way of her actually knowing that beforehand. Like,
Yeah.
even if, like, in theory, like a psychic medium was to check the guest list and look on Facebook, there was no guest list, and my aunt wasn't even supposed to be there until like an hour before.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. But I mean, I just feel like why bless me with all of this stuff now for me to not get it later on? It wouldn't make sense. But
But do you feel like you're kind of in the eye of the storm? Like, a lot of people would probably watch what you have and be like, oh, goddamn, I want that. You know? But that's because you grinded.
Yeah.
That's because you grinded and you put in the work
everybody
for so
wants it. I
long.
tell everybody, like,
But then you're in the eye of the storm. Like, everyone enjoys what you have more than you get to enjoy it because you want
For
the
sure.
next thing. Like,
Yeah, the grass is always greener, I feel like, for
Yeah.
everybody. But I mean, right now I'm pretty satisfied with where I am, but obviously I'm gonna want more, I'm gonna strive for more, I'm gonna work harder. And
you're in the perfect program for it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had that program. That's
opened up
honestly-
last year, 2021.
How did you find out about it?
well, there was posters all over about it, and I heard about it from the school, and
Yeah.
emails.
The school's supportive of your.
Very, very. You know, the head of the Rock Nation program from the school came into my school to do an on-the-spot decision day, and the head of like the all college admissions and stuff from my school walks in the room while I'm doing my interview and goes, "Sorry, I don't want to intrude, but I just want to let you know he's like the crown jewel of our school, and he's famous and he's verified on Instagram and Facebook. Show her the picture of the billboard. Show her the picture of the billboard." Like 5 minutes later, okay, you're in. So I mean, it worked out. But even my principal, like one kid that I knew, "Oh, yo, I just got in trouble and I walked in and he was listening to your music." Everybody's very supportive at my school.
That's really
It's
cool.
great. It's a very good environment because the teachers, the faculty, the kids, everybody shows love towards me.
That's dope. It's a music school.
It's a pretty artsy school. It's Edward R. Murrow. It's not really like they don't really have basketball or baseball or football or anything. Yeah. They're more of they have theater. They're big on theater. They have a music program, and they have a music tech program, which is a program I'm in, where you learn how to make beats. But again, you know, that program that I'm about to go into, it's so much more.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
But yeah, shout out to Edward R. Murrow. If
Is that why? Because you do have music out 100% on like
Yeah.
streaming platforms. But do you think like when you are able to create what you want, like that's when you're? Because like going to school, like that's a investment. You know,
Yeah.
like some people might take what you have and be like, nah, fuck that. I'm just gonna go out there.
Yeah.
But then you're offered an opportunity that is 100%
was,
more beneficial in the long run.
And yeah, it's perfect for me, honestly. When I heard about it, I was literally saying to myself, like, this is for me. So I'm very excited about that. But
That's cool that Nems is the person that like
Put me on- yeah.
Or not even that.
Closest
but
thing I
just,
ever
like,
had to a
that
mentor in this game.
Exactly, that you can look up to because he's all about grind.
Yeah.
And working hard, and that's number one overall.
yeah, he's. I mean, look, you see him in the videos, you probably think he's the craziest. He is, but
I'm a stand-up comedian. I get what he's doing.
He's crazy,
like,
but he's
know.
like the nicest, realest guy for real.
Yeah.
Always been real towards me. He didn't even have any reason to, but coming from Coney Island, like I looked up to him always. But it's just in a new light, and he took like a.
Did you ever do
mentor
battle
figure.
rap or anything?
Oh yeah, I got a new one coming out in like 2 weeks, and I did one against Nick Moody, this rapper, and yeah, World MC is like this World MC and Team Backpack, like they're kind of like these two hip hop pages and on YouTube and Instagram, and they do ciphers and they do battles and everything, and they're just like they do this donut lounge thing in honor of Jay Dilla. They have people come out there and perform.
that's awesome.
It's where Token got his start. It's where Chris Rivers got his start. Shout out my man Chris Rivers. And yeah, they called me up and they told me to come do a battle, and it's like a league right now where somebody is going to eventually get like a belt and a winner, and I won the first one, and this recent one I just did. It was like kind of everybody they let the fans decide, but everybody there like kind of already was like, yo, you got it. And I was like, "Yeah." And I'm a dick because the guy that I feel like I'd be going up against next, when he was saying bye to me, I pull up and I whisper in his ear, I said, "See you next round." But and speaking of Jay Dilla though, I don't know when it's coming out because Black Sheep Dress told me it's coming out in January, but he told me that 2 Januaries ago. So, but I actually have a song with Jay Dilla.
Oh, really?
And Drez from Black Sheep and Afro.
Wow.
All on the same track. It's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be insane.
And it was recorded in DITC Studios. Showbiz engineered it. Madness.
That's insane.
Like it was right after COVID was kind of calming down, and I went to DITC Studios, and I didn't know it was a Dilla beat until after I recorded the verse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm sitting in the studio, and he's playing me the album, and he's gonna be like, "So this Dilla project, man." And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" And he's like, "No, this Dilla project." I'm like, "What Dilla project, bro? Dilla who?" And he's like, "Oh, Jay Dilla. You know, these are all his beats." I'm like,
Like, what the
What are you
fuck?
talking about? These are Jay Dilla's beats, bro. What are you talking about?
That's bad.
And I'm a fan first, so I'm freaking out because Jay Dilla died when I was 2 years old. I'm sitting here saying to myself, getting a beat from Jay Dilla is like getting a verse from Big L.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like-
Jay Dilla is one of the
Yeah. And like I'm getting a Jay Dilla. And it was insane. I walk in and I do it. And it was a legendary day. I can't wait for it to come out.
Yeah.
I'm actually calling him when this is over because I need to find out. I have this one kid I'm friends with. And he comes up to me every time. When's the Jay Dilla song dropping? And I always got to tell him, yo, next month.
He's like, when Jay Dilla tells
Every
me.
single time.
Just kidding.
No. Yeah, I gotta call him.
Yeah.
Spoke to him on New Year's. He's like, yeah, coming out real soon.
out. That's crazy. That's funny that you say that. Fat Ray, another Detroit, worked with Jay Dilla. That's the same thing with The Alchemist. He didn't even realize he was rapping on that beat
Yeah.
and that he was giving it. But that might have been better so you don't get all like psyched out. Or do you feel like you would have worked better if you knew it was
No,
a Jay
the verse
Dilla
was
beat?
perfect for the beat. I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it to come out. I got so many features coming out. I got a song with Terminology.
Massachusetts artist. Shout out Massachusetts.
Terminology is the man for real, and always love from him. And we after the Bushwick Collective show, he was like, "Yo, come to the studio and record." And I didn't have a beat or anything. He just played a beat. I was like, "All right," did the verse right there, and then I went into the studio and did the whole thing one take. And because he was like, "Yo, we're kind of like packed for time. Static's got to come in here after. Ghostface gonna come in, so just lay the verse quick, whatever you have." And I went really fast on the verse too, which usually I kind of gotta like slow down and take my time when I don't have it memorized and I'm just reading and doing it. But I went through it the whole way, and they were bugging out. And Static walked in and he heard it. He was bugging out. And Static, like, always loved Static. Static's my man since I'm very young, and he's done a lot for me. But, like, he just has this personality where he's, like, very to himself, you know, and every time he sees me, he's like, "What up?" Instagram, "Yo, Happy New Year." "You too." Yeah, but when this verse happened, the next time I saw him, "Yo," I was like, "Yo," I went into a different universe.
Yeah, he had to like see what you were really about.
But it's always love. I mean, he had me come up to his show multiple times, played my stuff on his radio, brought me out when I was real young, in front of like 6,000 people before Ja Rule was going on.
How old were you?
13. Yeah, he's really a great guy, for real. But that day,
That age?
Everybody like woke up, I think.
Hey guys, this episode is sponsored by producer out of Syracuse, New York, Twist L's. He makes dope lo-fi beats. He has a bunch of tapes on Bandcamp that you should all check out. But if you want to work or get amazing lo-fi beats, hit him up at lofi.lucifer on Instagram. That's LOFI.LUCIFER. Check him out. He's a amazing dude. Thankfully sponsors the podcast. Let's get back into it. Were you nervous? Did you not realize like what was? I mean, at 13, you probably know what's
There was
happening.
only
like-
one time I was ever nervous going on stage. Radio City Music Hall. Vanilla Ice actually brought me out, and we freestyled together on stage after Bismarcky and Slick Rick went on. So it was crazy. And
That is
like,
crazy.
Looked out, like there's more people than I had ever performed for in my life at the time. And I'm like standing back there, and it's like the first time I'm ever feeling like this. And it's the only time in my life ever felt this little anxiety in my chest. I'm like, oh shit. And then the second I stepped out on the stage, gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
You use that. You can use that. It almost like channels itself.
It
into-
literally just left my body. I've never felt anxiety leave my body like that ever in my life. It just left.
Nah,
It's
it-
like
yeah.
Clark Kent took off the cape. I
No, for
put on the
real.
cape, and it was the dope feeling. But I never get nervous. I mean, again, I live for it. It's the best thing ever.
The producers you say you like Jay Dilla, Ninth Wonder, these guys, I mean, 100% they're household names. But also not really. Like,
Yeah.
they kind of like
Household
never...
names for hip hop heads.
Exactly. Like, would you be happy with that? Like, of course, but like, or do you want to, you really do want to make like your type of music is
No,
the norm.
I
like,
I would love to have these guys like that produce for me. I mean, I love that, but yeah, I also I'm glad I'm learning how to do it on my own, because it's like now I can really see my vision. I feel like a rapper that doesn't know how to produce can't get their point across the way that they should.
that's so funny. China Streets was saying the exact same thing an
'Cause
hour before.
It's a fact. It's like Kanye West wouldn't be as genius as Kanye West is if he didn't put in those hours making these albums, you know? Runaway and All of the Lights those were like all produced by him, like with the assistance of Mike Dean. But like, it's cool to have assistance, but you got to get your point across, and you got to be able to get it across. And I feel like that's the only way to really make a genius album. I mean, it's been done without it. I'm just saying, like, for me, I always wanted to know how to do it. I mean, and I also tried to do that like new type of stuff. My whole last album is like over trap beats, and they got melodic hooks and lyrical on the verses. But again, with this new generation, it don't matter who you are, and if you're making dope music, if you're not viral, they don't care. Nobody cares. And for me to actually do this, I have to be myself. You
Yeah.
gotta do all the things.
Are you ready
that I
for the
grew up
long
on.
game? Like,
I'm so ready for the long game. I don't want to go viral overnight, and that's
Yeah.
why I'm glad. Like, I never took the like America's Got Talent, Ellen route when I was younger, and I'm glad.
that's real.
I'm
I didn't
glad-
even think about how that actually, like,
Just saying,
especially
what,
for a
I'm
rapper.
gonna
could,
be the white kid that was on Ellen, and then now I'm 17, and
Yeah.
I'm a culture vulture, and I was on America's Got Talent, and I have one YouTube video out, and nobody listens to me or respects me.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No, I feel that. Man, I don't know how you feel, but like when shit takes off, at least for like when shit kind of took off, like it was funny. I was asking China about this, and she was like, she just lets it roll off. But like those negative comments, they do hurt me. Like
I love them, actually. It makes
Yeah.
me laugh a lot. I don't know. One time, I don't know. It's somewhere deep in my phone. Some guy was like, "Yo, shut your skin tone chicken bone mobile phone. Leave me alone." Sylvester Stallone, Sierra Leone, ass the fuck up. And I screenshotted and I commented back to him, "You just made my whole day." Like, I love it.
yeah, no, those ones are more funny.
It's just
though,
like,
but,
and I
yeah.
also love it when somebody calls it trash. I'm not a cocky guy, but like, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah.
trash. What are you listening to? And it makes me laugh because it's like unreal in a way. But I feed off of it. You know, when there was a lot of negative energy around me, when I first started rapping and nobody was supporting me, like instead of letting it break me down, I just fed off the negative energy. But now I'm in a place where if somebody even says something about my hair or the way my sweatshirt is, or how like I need to get rid of these glasses, I got 50 people in the comments attacking them
Yeah.
and going crazy at them, and just
And also, it's like,
they always
who the fuck attacks?
they apologize at the end of it too.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Yo, my bad, Lil Dee. I'm not even supposed to be seeing it. I just come across it.
Yeah.
One time, this guy didn't even say anything. Oh, I hate when people hate on Michael Rappaport on my page too. I don't like that. Like, I actually step in and tell him, like, yo, if you're gonna hate on him, get off my page, because he's always been showing love to me since day one. He's another one where, like, he was one of the first people that ever believed in me. He's really, I tell him he's responsible for all the success, and he's like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, yes, you are, bro. And he's a crazy guy too, but he's a really good guy, and I just don't like when people hate on him on my page.
Yeah.
But people hate on everybody though.
They do. It's because those are people that aren't on their paths. Like,
Yeah.
when you're on your path, people want to be like, well, I got knocked off easily. Well, let me go as hard as I can to knock them off.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's like a fucking tackle and football charge and
yeah,
full
yeah.
trying to knock you. But, like, You got to be like a little tank and just keep moving. That's the long game. And
Just, yeah,
like,
you gotta move it. You gotta use it as like inspiration. You know? You gotta use it
100%,
as something
yeah.
that drives you. But even it's not inspiration to me anymore. It's just funny. Like it makes my day. Like if just right now, if you're watching this and you go on my page and you don't like my music, if you're gonna write a hate comment to me, just please make it funny so I can laugh. And
yeah, that's well. Also, like, it is funny because like at some point, I guess with me, it's like, all right, I get why people would hate on me. But like, honestly, you're a senior in high school still. You're fucking working harder than anybody
That's
releasing
why people are
shit.
mad.
Like,
There are
why the
mainstream
fuck-
rappers right now that are mad at me.
When he was like 13, they used to hate on like grown men. Would hate
Yeah, they would hate.
It's like,
No, but
what
I'm just
the-
saying. I'm saying now I'm at the point where these rappers don't even like me. Like they like me, but people used to write to me, "Oh, yo, we're gonna do a feature. You're gonna come through. I'm gonna post it
Yeah.
on my page. It's gonna be lit." And they will always show love. When I actually grew a pair of balls and my voice got deeper and I became
Yeah.
a grown up in a sense, everybody was like, "Oh shit," because I every feature I go on, like I just make it my business to go absolutely nuts, and it's like now I don't want to get killed by the 17-year-old anymore.
But now you're going into a program that's about to put you like, all right, but on paper now in like an academic field,
Yeah.
I got your ass too.
yeah.
Because before it's like you can just talent people can brush off, but you have it. You also have work ethic. But now it's like, god damn, you're gonna be unstoppable.
Yeah, in my in my class in school that I have, the music tech class I'm in right now, the first time I ever walked into the class, it was like my first week. Like, okay, make a beat just using Apple loops. I made the most fire beat, and I got up out of my chair and I threw a water bottle across the room. Listen, I'm a very humble guy, except when I'm in my creative process.
Yeah.
That's why I try and do that alone when I'm not around anybody else. But because it's like I'm sure just being somebody that like makes something.
Yeah.
If you do it well and you're excited about it, you're gonna be like, in one way or another, I just did that. You know,
100.
that's
I
fire.
have friends I
Killed
can
that.
open up to where I'm like, I'm the fucking best.
Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
but then
You know exactly what I'm
yeah,
talking
but then
about. So
other times you
I
have to be-
I got out of my chair and I said, nobody in this class is touching me at making music ever. And everybody was looking at me and they were like, yo, who is this kid? Right? Like, and then they heard it and they saw me perform, and now everybody just leaves me alone about it. And
Yeah.
I haven't had one. It was a while since I had one of those moments because, you know, I made beats that I think are so dope, but like I try and stay calm. But the other day, I made a beat and I like put a guitar solo at the end of it, and I did it on like the keyboard. But like I did it, and I was like staying late, so I was in a different class
Yeah.
full of like sophomores who know who I am, but they've never seen me.
Yeah.
And I had another episode and just lost my mind on everybody. And there's a main like production desk there
Yeah.
where like the big speakers are where you could listen to your music with like the entire class listening best quality. Some kid was working on his music. Get up. Get off. Get off. All right, bro. All right. And then my teacher was helping somebody. I'm like, Mr. Riley, get over here right now. I was like, I'm helping somebody. You don't need help if you don't come here right now. So and then like it's the same type of thing. I played the beat, and at first everybody's like, I don't know what he's going crazy about. And they hear that guitar solo at the end, and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
No, I feel that, and I hope this comes across. I don't want to say this in a bad way. I say this in a 100% good way. Like, I know that I see myself differently as others and always have, and I see that before I saw that kind of as, like, not a mental illness in a bad way, but like a mental illness, like the way that, like, any great creative talks
Name
about
one
it, but
genius
you
that ain't
have
crazy.
to, like, channel that. Like, once you learn how to channel that, then like
Yeah.
that's when the power comes, because some people never channel it and just get lost. But once you channel it into the grind, I think that's what it is, because it's like, I'm the best, like I work harder, like I'm fucking like I can fucking channel whatever made me
Yeah.
different into something that's gonna push me to the top.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
ADHD is, you know, he's
Yeah, for sure. But like, that's a fact. But I don't know. Sometimes when I feel like I'm in a room of people who don't, like, I'm a very humble guy. I'm a nice guy. I am a student of the game first. I'm a fan first, and you know, I have love for everybody, even
Yeah.
the stuff that I don't necessarily listen to. I got love for everybody. I got love for their grind. I got love that they're doing something new, that they got people looking at them. And I'm not a hater. I used to hate on, like, I guess this whole new thing, like back in like 2016 when it first started, like the Little Yachties and the Little Uzis and the Kodak Blacks. But now it's like, you know, even if I don't necessarily like your music, like Lil Yachty dropped out of college because he couldn't do it, worked at McDonald's, wore the same pair of shoes every day for like 2 years, and now he bought everybody in his family a house and pulled himself out of the deep end and does acting, and
Yeah.
it's just like in real life. I've never met him, but I see interviews with him, and he's just a cool guy. And like I say to myself, like, how could I have hated on somebody like that, even if I don't necessarily like their music?
Because you didn't realize what it took to get to that
now
point.
I know that, you know, no matter what somebody is doing, even if I just think it's terrible, like, it takes work no matter
Yeah.
what, and it takes effort, and it takes time, and I guess in one way or another it takes talent. I just wish that, just like how rock has, you know, you got, just rock is a generic statement. You got punk rock, you got alternative rock, you got classic rock, you got hair bands, you got
Yeah.
all of that. And there are different subgenres for that. And you have the same thing with house music. And it's like, there's so many subgenres. And hip hop just decided, okay, let's not have any subgenres and take the sound that's in the early 2000s. Let's take the sound from Atlanta and spread it across and have everybody sound like 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah.
And I feel like I wish there were just lanes where everybody could have theirs. Just like that. You know, where a Bon Jovi and a Kurt Cobain could coexist. Like, I wish a Mobb Deep and Amigos could coexist. Because I listen to Polo G and Pop Smoke all the time.
You listen to Polo G?
Yeah, I like Polo G. He's cool.
All right. I'm not going to shit on anyone else.
I'm cool with Polo G. I rock with Polo G. I mean, at first I didn't really like him, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's a vibe. You know, he got those piano type beats and those melodies.
I fuck
and
with different stuff.
I
Like,
don't consider it hip hop.
Yeah.
But if that's hip hop, then let's not ignore the whole other side of hip hop and the foundation of hip hop. Let's not ignore that. It should all be able to coexist. Like J. Cole said, they act like two legends cannot coexist. Like, let it be. That's fine.
Yeah.
I would love nothing more than that. You know, and I would love to see a Polo G collab with a Benny the Butcher. But and that I've seen.
Well, that's like Travis Scott and West Side Gun put out a track
Chris Webby
together.
just did a song with Tory Lanez. Like,
Yeah.
Tory Lanez the lyrical guy too, but you know, he, for the most part, he does his melodic type rap. But at the end of the day, I feel like everybody should be able to coexist, and there should be a lane for everybody, and that's just how I feel. But I like Polo G. It's a
Yeah.
vibe, and sometimes Polo G has more bars than every melodic rapper in the game. Ballin' like I'm Kendrick Nunn. Every day my birthday, bitch. I just turned 21. Like, he's dope. He's cool. I like him. I actually, when I was making my song Golden Child, for the hook, like, I took a lot of inspiration from him and Roddy Ricch and A Boogie, Little TJ, guys like that. I'm cool with all of them. My main thing is I wish everybody could coexist, and I wish that everybody didn't sound the same and there was something different. Like with Roddy Ricch's album, not the recent one, the one before it. I don't know what
Yeah.
it's called, with the black and white album cover.
Yeah, that's a good album.
Great album, because he got choir singing in the background on the last song. He got unique type beats, stuff that doesn't really,
Yeah.
like, experiment, you know, learn how to produce, do your own beats, try and make a masterpiece, and I guarantee you, if everybody didn't sound the same, it would be so much better. Just the musical element of everything. The lyrics wouldn't sound the same, everything wouldn't sound the same, and lanes need to be put. I feel like hip hop needs a lot of work, but the great thing about Griselda and guys like Millies and OT the Real,
Yeah.
Dave East, Nems, Chris Webby, all these guys, I think it's great that I guess it's starting to open up a little bit now.
It is.
The underground is starting to open up. I just wish it would just open up and just like a bat out of hell just fly out.
But I think it shows with shout out OT. His new album with Green
Listen,
Lantern is
he's
so
the
good.
man, and I love him and I look up to him, and he follows me and he likes all my stuff. And New Year's he was like, "Yo, Happy New Year, keep killing it." It's just great to see that. But he's another one where like he's starting to get shine and a lot of love. I think that's great. I think not only is he great and he deserved every bit of it because of his talent and his grind, but he's just playing that part and opening up
I think
the
it's
hole to the underworld.
Yeah, because it's hard sometimes to sift through all the artists to
Yeah.
get like someone like a Rome Streets who was just here. Like honestly, I would love for you to listen to his music because his
I'll
shit
definitely
is
check him
crazy.
out, yeah.
Or like go to Detroit, and I don't know if you know who Danny Brown is.
Yeah, of course I know who Danny Brown is.
Yeah,
Danny
like
Brown is the man. Danny
crazy.
Brown.
He has a whole label right now, Bruiser Brigade, that has some of the craziest artists.
Did he
But they
drop
only
something
got
else?
like 2,000 followers on all their shit, and their shit's crazier
know,
than
it's-
anything else.
I was at his show one time and I don't even know what the group is called. I think Dysfunctional Family. I wish I couldn't find them. I looked them up, but they're like Wu-Tang, and it was crazy for me to see that. And they were just like, after it, they went about their days. And I was like heartbroken a little bit.
Yeah.
I saw them and they were all like, "Yo, what's up, Lil Dee?" Took a picture with all of them, and I remember that feeling where there's not a lot of people that give me inspiration nowadays too.
Mm-hmm.
It don't happen. Like in 2018, I'm gonna say that 2018 was probably my most inspirational year for music. Eminem, Kamikaze, Lil Wayne, Carter 5, Drake, Scorpion, Showbiz dropped that project. Basically everybody dropped a project in 2018. Logic dropped his Boom Bap project, the last
The
Young
one
Sinatra
with
for-
No ID produced?
Oh
Or is
no, that
the
was in
one?
2020. That one was nuts. That's
That
my
one
favorite.
was, yeah,
that's my
that's-
favorite Logic project ever.
Well,
I wish
that
that
one's
I
insane.
wish that he would just. I want him to do another album like that. I think
Yeah.
him and No ID are an unstoppable
That
combination.
album's I don't even listen to Logic like that, but that album's amazing.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
You should also check out Young Sinatra 4.
Oh
YSI.
yeah, I liked Young Sinatra like early shit, like before he was a freshman.
The stuff that's not on
Double
Spotify,
XL.
right?
Yeah.
That's that stuff. Everybody got to go back. Anybody who says Logic is corny, go listen to Nasty and walk on by and tell me if he's corny.
Yeah.
He's the man. But there's just stuff like that. Like, it was very inspiring to me. Not a lot of stuff inspires me anymore. I feel like my idols are losing what they had, and the people that had potential for me are kind of trying to do what I did last year and just go over trap beats and melodic hooks.
Yeah.
And like not dumb it down, but like try and
I want to send
conform.
you a playlist of some stuff just to hear, because
please do.
Nem's new album was amazing, and the features on that, like shout out Eddie Kane, shout out Rim, like he puts on. I think New York has these rappers, but it is hard to get shine. Like it's hard to get like. It's also hard for you. You're in school all day. It's hard. Like you're doing a.
Not
like,
even. I get out
it's
early
hard.
now. Fuck that.
That's a big thing.
You're in school all day.
Yeah.
Like that
Guys
takes
all,
a.
networking Tuesday night.
Exactly.
Yeah. I can't.
Yeah,
but then
like-
I can't do that yet. Soon. Fake ID coming through. Oh,
Yeah,
nah,
when's
I
your
shouldn't
next-
have said that. I don't care. Who's gonna check?
When is your next shit gonna drop?
I don't know
We'll
if
turn
I'm
this
gonna.
to a
I'm-
real serious interview.
I'm not gonna do an album for a little while, I think, but I'm definitely gonna drop a lot of singles. I have a single called "Bounce to This," produced by Short Fuse, and I think no matter.
Oh, shout out Short Fuse.
Short
He was on the
Fuse is the man.
podcast.
He's
yeah.
Short Fuse is one of the most talented producers I've ever
So
met in my
cra-
entire life.
it's
Seen in
such
my
a
entire
nice
life.
guy.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Legendary production. He sent me this beat, and it
Produced
was
for
like,
Sean Price. Like
yeah,
crazy
he's so
shit.
raw, and the beat. Like I'm just gonna describe it right now.
Have you ever heard him rap?
Short Fuse?
Oh yeah, he raps
I
crazy.
gotta call him about this. I don't know because his whole page is to his production.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Oh, wait, you tell me the story. I'm gonna pull up a song of him
I
rapping.
just came into contact with him in the summer, and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna send you beats," and he sent me a lot of dope beats. But there was this one beat, and it had this grimy Spanish sample, and these just crazy drums. and it gives me kind of like, I guess, like a party, like 50 Cent early 2000s vibe. And like the hook to the song is, we gonna make them bounce to this. Everybody lay back, smoking ounce to this. Make your lazy ass get up on the couch for this. Made the thought girls open up their mouth for this. Like, just like, you know. And then the verses, I went crazy on the verses because it's like, I always do that. No matter what, I hate dumbing my shit down.
No, that's
I
what
always,
you do. That's
but
your...
I people that don't listen to boom bap hip hop at all that I've played that song for. Like my two best friends, shout out AJ and Tommy, they won't shut the fuck up about this song. Like, yo, play bounce. And
When's that dropping?
Probably end of next month. Yeah, end of February it'll drop. I actually finished recording recently. I got to send the stems to Short Fuse so he could engineer it and we could get it out. But I think that that's probably my dopest song that I have.
I can't wait to
I got
hear
my
that.
breakup song too that I got to release. That one's dope too. And two songs I produced and a lot of features too. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm on a remix. I don't know if you're. First off, if you're not familiar with The Truth and Frank B and their new album Bad Fellas, if you're a real hip hop head, go and listen to that. It's kind of like play on all the Goodfellas, like legendary quotes. Like they have a song "Fuck You, Pay Me,"
Oh, word.
"Funny How," you know, all of that, and it's just like, it's a real dope album, really dope album, for sure. So check that out. I just released a song with The Truth. And I have a remix to one of their songs coming out. I have a song with Rascass and
Oh, shit.
Smooth from Nice and Smooth.
Oh, that's
So
crazy.
that's gonna be dope too. I have a song with my guy Get Money Dro. I have a song with Diamond D for his new album. Mickey Fax is on the other verse.
Oh, wow.
I got a lot of dope stuff coming for sure. Oh, and later I'm going to Static and Neff's studio to do a song with Element and Amadeus, the 360 Beat King.
Oh, shit.
He's working on MOP stuff too, so I'm gonna try and see if I could finagle my way onto that.
You're working.
Later.
You're working.
I'm gonna be in a watch because
Yeah.
I hope it works out. I'm manifesting it right now. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna be like, yo, so you're working on that MOP thing? Like, let me hear a beat. And I'm just gonna rap.
Just spit something.
That's how I do it.
I
man.
might lose monetization on this episode, but I don't really care. I do want to listen to Short Fuse rap.
Yeah,
I
let
just
me
gotta
hear
play
this.
you like a minute of it. He produced this shit too. Everyone check out his album Droga.
Fire. Oh, that's him rapping on this song? I heard this. That's him?
That's him rapping, bro.
I heard the whole thing. Oh,
shit's
I thought it was
fire.
just somebody else.
Nah, that's him.
Wow. No, I heard this. Yeah. What, should I play Bounce right now just real quick?
We'll hear a little piece of. Yeah, I can't believe. Yeah, I would love to hear it. I'd love fucking to hear that. But yeah, I can't. I heard that and I couldn't believe he was rapping either.
Yeah, I never heard him. I thought that was somebody else. I heard that whole album. I think this beat was actually supposed
He
to be
rapped
for...
on all the.
That's
yeah.
crazy. Wow. I think this beat was supposed to be for Droga, because you'll hear it. Like,
We gon' make 'em bounce to this. Everybody lay back, smoking ounce to this. Make your lazy ass get up on the couch for this. Make the top girls open up their mouth for this. For this, yeah, we gon' make 'em bump to this. Do the ad rock, niggas shake a bump to this. Make the rappers run away, false come to this. Put 'em in the house of pain, make 'em jump to this. Jump, jump, jump like I'm Everlast. Talking on my name, you ain't getting any cash. And the bitches never smash. Telling people we were bros, that was many years ago. You should go forget the past. Grind day, I'm the best star, and I make bucks backstab like a sex star. You a fake fuck.
break up with my ex, y'all. She don't follow me on Facebook, but you know I couldn't care less because I'm caked up. But
Damn.
yeah, it's gonna
That's-
be dope as hell. I
That's
can't wait for that.
crazy. I can't wait for you to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to make a lot of stuff like that, and the beats I've been producing like are dope, and I'm only gonna get better as time goes on. And I feel like I'll put out another EP for sure, but I don't want to release like a full body album until I really not like make it, but like just have like a huge enough of a fan base for it to really just do what I want it to do.
Yeah.
I'll probably release it when I'm done learning everything in the program, because I want to be able to like make that masterpiece myself, and when college is over, just lock myself in a room and do my beats and just do whatever I want to do. I feel like that's the only way to really do it.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do. But yeah, and I also have a song called Love Story, when produced by my man Will Tell. I got to go to Chris Conway's studio soon to go and do that, re-record that. But that one's dope too. I'll probably release that soon. And a lot of the things is like my first EP was just all boom bap, showing people I could rap again, make boom bap songs. My last EP was, you know, everybody was like, oh, he could rap, but can he make hits? I made, wow, how many songs on there? 6? I made 6 hits.
Yeah.
And I just showed everybody that I can't be put in a box. And, you know, I wanted it to go farther than it did. But I think that it'll always be there. And in a few years, people are going to stop sleeping on it and go back and really listen to it and hear the genius in that project. But the one problem everybody always said they had with me was, oh, you know, open up about real life experiences. And I was very hesitant because, I mean, I've been through a lot. I don't talk about it a lot. I don't go deep into it a lot. But finally, I'm starting to kind of put my emotions out there into the world. Don't get me wrong, a million raps I wrote about the issues going on, but I just kept those to myself because sometimes it was like a little too personal.
Yeah.
But now I feel like just putting that energy into the music, you know, is just, it's great. My breakup song, I got a song talking about like to God about, you know, if I die, what I want to go down and what I want to happen, like after I'm gone, about my funeral. Like I say on that song, dear God, I don't think that I'm ready to say goodnight. I've been learning to fly and was never afraid of heights. But if the time come where heaven displays its lights, then bury me in my chain and let me lay with a mic. Let my funeral be full with a lot of speeches. Bury me on the shore upon the Coney Island beaches. Tell the hearse to drive up all the Coney Island streets. People on the sidewalks playing all my rhymes and beats. Got a song talking to my younger self and my older self. Just like a lot of stuff like that where I'm just putting my emotions and my thoughts into the page and into the music, and it's coming out better than ever before. Just felt like I needed a little time just to be able to do that. But now I'm doing that. I'm trying to do it a lot more. But if for those who just wanted me to stop like spitting, because for their own reasons, never happening.
Nah.
I'm always gonna have those raps, always.
Nah, of course, because that's your path, and you're taking the right one because you learn from the right people, you're looking up, and you got a good, like, head on your shoulders. Like, shit, this is one of my favorite conversations, because I didn't know what to expect from this, you know?
Appreciate
Like,
it, bro.
I don't prepare anything, but
Yeah.
I like to get to know someone.
Of course.
And shit, you're much more mature than you are for
yeah.
your age, and you're also, like, a dope-ass rapper, and I'm excited to hear what you have coming, not just, like, oh, what's your next project?
Yeah.
But like, shit, what are you going to make when you're 30? Like,
Yeah.
what do you know? Like, I'm in it for the long haul. So thank you so much for doing this,
Of course,
man.
man. Always. I listen, no matter what, like, just to sit and politic about hip-hop, anybody, really, I'll do that. On podcasts, off podcasts. I love that.
Yeah.
Just, it's always been something great for me, and I just have a lot of love for anybody who's out here just trying to make a name for themselves and trying to do their thing and blow up, no matter what field you're in, you know, just anything. If I had to say one thing to just anybody out there listening who wants to pursue comedy or a podcast or be a radio personality or be an athlete or be a rapper or a singer, just stay consistent, stay true to yourself. Don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let anything bring you down, and just keep going. Because I'll tell you something, the feeling of hurt that you will feel when everybody's hating on you and people are telling you can't do it is nothing compared to the great feeling of all those people running back to you and trying to shake your hand and make it like they were your friend and your supporter all along. I was talking to my father about this on the way here. You know, it's the greatest feeling ever. And if you can just make it past that little step, not a little step, because it's a huge step to be able to make it past there.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier said than done. But if you can really get there and move through no matter what you do, I got mad love for you, and trust me, it's worth it.
Man, thank you so much for coming on.
course,
This was a
bro.
dope conversation. Thank you for coming and supporting. You want to plug your Instagram where people can find you?
Yeah, anybody who's not familiar with me, check me out on Instagram, Lil Dee Raps, LILDEE_raps. Also go follow my TikTok, because unlike all my other social media platforms. I only have 800 followers on TikTok.
Damn, I got more followers than you on TikTok.
Everybody,
All right.
all my friends from high school have more followers than me on TikTok. But yeah, go follow my TikTok too, Lil Dee Rap, same name, and go check out my music, Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere you get your music. Check me out. Stay tuned for my new single, and much love.
Man, thank you so much.
Of course, bro.